So much well said. I think we learn from each other and grow each from each other.
Yes.
Great. Yeah, both of you have mentioned about social. And in the last decade, social has been a driving kind of vehicle, actually change basic consumers' life. They not only commit with on social, each other on social, but also get entertainment, information, and even shop on social. So I want to get you some thoughts on how to best leverage this platform to do the best when you are doing the communication with your customers and engage with them. Any suggestions for our audience?
I could talk about it for hours because I'm always, and you know, I've been working in the music industry before working in the beauty industry, and recommendation and curation has always been at the heart of the value proposition and what brands have to offer. And to that extent, you know, I've always said for websites like TripAdvisor or Amazon, the first part was to gather a lot of users,
Yeah.
but now we're kind of hitting a wall where I don't care about knowing that the website has 3,000 or product has 3,000 reviews.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm interested in is finding reviews from professionals, people that I trust, people that are experts. If I read a comment where I'm hearing a product is average, that I cannot do anything with this. If I have something, especially for our skincare products, somebody that is trying it for 2 weeks, that is posting pictures of the results before and after every day, that is really showing that its relationship with the product is evolving with time, and that is sharing all of this online, suddenly I get a review that is 10 times more meaningful than just a
Yeah.
one line on a
Sure.
product.
Yeah.
And the second thing, which is also great, is having the opinion of people that are like me. And to me, that's where I think, to me, the next step, an evolution with ratings and reviews. And now we used to benchmark for very expensive items. Now we are benchmarking for 3.95 or 4 euros product all the time because it takes a minute. And now we need to really work on those two streams for the value of the reviews and the people understanding the opinion of people that are like us. So really what's changing with social, it's that it used to be about media, it used to be about what content the brands had to offer and say about their product. Now a lot of it is also about how we communicate through influencers, of course, but about what consumers have to say. And it's also what consumers are, because you know it's a little bit of, like I said, the ratings and the reviews, but beyond the ratings and the reviews, I try to see who is behind a brand and whether that person is like me or not. And the fashion industry really is quite interesting, where you see brands emerging like Balenciaga, Gucci, that are really, Moncler, that are really climbing extremely fast. There are tribes, understanding the sociology behind social networks. And I think that really we live now in a many-to-many world where not only how we reach people, what we say to people matters, but it's also what people say amongst themselves that matter. So we have to play a role in terms of what people are saying about our brands. And this is really key. We're moving from really a data-based marketing to people-based marketing and understanding people behaviors.
Yeah, that's totally true. Where yesterday we're talking about like the retailing different stage. We're talking about stage number one is location-based retailing, because as long as you figure out a good spot, good location, you sell well.
Yeah.
And then the second version, upgraded version, we're talking about product-oriented retailing. And then we're talking on premiumization. You provide a lot of the imported product and then various of product, and then consumer goes for your option. And now is really into the era of people-centric marketing. So it's peer-to-peer recommendation. It's, you know, even for the same SKU, consumers no longer buy SKU, they buy look and feel.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why people needs to understand, demonstration on how to make up. People understand UGC content on the efficacy of the skin SKU, etc. So it's all on peer-to-peer recommendation. And then even yesterday we had a luxury industry sharing with BCG together, and then we look at 82% of the IBOR time, in fact, is coming from research online and purchase offline. And the majority of the research online is coming from social recommendation, social searching, peer-to-peer recommendation, etc. So when we talk about the social commerce, especially for the platform like WeChat, we never position social commerce as a channel to sell. And then we position our mini programs or WeChat at the same time, channel to sell and the channel to service and the channel for after sale. So there are a lot of the things combined together. So there is a broader definition of social commerce. I don't think social commerce probably is not exactly the right words to describe the entire behavior or whatever, but it's more about social impact, social services, as a people to people connections, people to product, people to services, etc. So it's all evolving.
Yes, and it's really the two keys, which are really the two pillars of our strategy, and that are absolutely in line with what you're describing. Where to us, really the future and the big revolution for the FMCGs is we were evolving in a B2B2C world where we didn't have direct relationship with the users, and now we have that direct relationship. And sometimes the users themselves, like we just said, are defining whether your brand is going to be trendy, whether your products are good, or whether they're not. And to us, it's really leveraging now the fact that we have that direct relationship through social networks, and again, social networks are evolving, and social commerce and social selling we could talk about, because I think we're on the verge of something extremely big that is really more, maybe I would say, platform driven in China and people driven in the United States, but it's definitely something that has always been there, that I see really rising fast all around the world. And I do think that we're heading into a world, and that again, China is leading the pack, where it's going to be e-commerce everywhere by everyone. And that is really, really something that is going to be a fundamental change in terms of how people certainly are leveraging influencers, average users, consumers that are going to start selling our products, and how we are going to certainly empower them to do so. Where is community management, customer care going to be happening? What tools do we provide to those people that are going to be probably selling on our behalf on the future, in terms to create great experiences? What content do we give them so they evangelize? But it's true that we are heading into a world where the line between social, between e-com, between websites is becoming thinner and thinner. And who is the best place again to lead the transformation and to lead the changes? It's, as exactly for the reason I outlined before, it's China again, because Tencent and Ali are 360. You own the whole value chain. You have from social to payment to CRM to mini programs. You own the whole consumer experience, which is 100% in line with what we have to say. And the mini programs are offering such a great freedom that I do think that we're really heading into an area, to me, that I've been waiting for a long time. And I think that it is starting in China, but it will become a global trend with different ramifications and different interpretations all around the world. But it's definitely happening there again.
Exciting.
Wow, it's so exciting. And Stephen, you just mentioned such an exciting world we want to go into.